Hello, everybody. Again, Jacob Albracht, Lance Lahnert. We're back again, and we still don't have a name for this segment, so we need your help.
We do.
You can go to the Amarillo.com Facebook page, the News Channel 10 Sports Facebook page, and leave your suggestions. We'll let you guys decide what we call this thing. And Lance, some big prizes.
Yeah, big prize. We'll hook you up with a couple of tickets to West Texas A&M game or a Texas Tech game of your choice. We'll do the best we can to accommodate you on that. And we'd love your creativity in this, wouldn't we, Jacob? More than we're a little desperate here, in other words.
And we're open to just about any suggestions. So have some fun with it. Both Facebook pages. Leave us your suggestions there. Let's get right to the high school football, though, Lance, and some really big games this week. And for me, it starts with Canyon and Goddard. We've seen Canyon only once. They've had a bye week. And Goddard, defending state champions in New Mexico, they look like they're just as good as ever. Does Canyon have a chance in this game, and how big is this game for Canyon at home? Well,
all you have to remember, Jacob, is last year Canyon loses this game to Goddard 40-14. So anybody who's thinking a New Mexico team's coming over to Texas doesn't have what it takes to beat the Texas boys, they're wrong. Bottom line is Blake Bryant's had 2 weeks to prepare his team for this game. They do remember last year, and you have the great quarterback at Canyon, Travis Cosby. You know, him and Braden Hudson from Canadian are only 2,000-yard passers from a year ago. So paybacks are huge in this game.
I think so, and we saw in this highlight set right there, you see that Canyon can hit, maybe the best hit of the year. And Cosby can run around a little bit, too. I think he has a chance to maybe be the top quarterback in the area this year. We'll have to see. But Canyon, definitely a tall order against the Goddard Rockets. Tascosa and Odessa, how about the Rebels? You know, you guys had them picked first in the district, I believe, and we definitely had big expectations for them after the year they had last year. The real only question was at quarterback, and Thomas McElroy's playing great. They're 2-0, and here they come. Big test, Odessa High.
Huge test. Go down to, Mojo's more famous for owning Odessa, but Odessa High the past couple of years has had a guy named Bradley Marquez caught Tech's first touchdown pass Saturday against Texas State as a true freshman, so you know how good he was. Tascosa McElroy, you mentioned it. Jacob threw for 300 yards last week, so they're on a roll. They also have a great receiver in Lamar Britton. They have a great pass rusher in Rashondra Shepard. So you have a little bit of weapons in each nice phase of the game for Tascosa. And here's another fact for you. Plunk has a chance to go 3-0 for the second time in his 3 years. However, Tascosa's only done that twice before in 15 years. So this will be a huge step to be 3-0 for the Rebs.
Look for good things for the Rebels this week, hopefully. Randall and Pampa, it's our game of the week.
Should be. Great choice.
And what do we say? You know, Pampa ran into a tough opponent, but they had a big win in week 1. So I think maybe the jury's still out on the Harvesters, and the Raiders have looked fantastic in their first 2 games.
Oh, yeah, and also a little note here. Pampa coach Heath Parker coached at Tascosa, but he started his career as a Randall assistant, Jacob. So he's got little ties there that wants to show that, hey, I'm back home and can do the job. One thing to watch in this game is the Randall is a ball-hawking defense. They have 6 picks this year already. You have Trey Ingram with 3. You have Logan Britton, the 7-foot high jumper, already with 2. So it's a ball-hawking unit. So Pampa's going to have to not only take care of the ball, but have to watch not to lose field position. One other thing real quick, Randall's on a major roll. They've won 10 of their last 12 regular season games. It doesn't get much better than that.
And how much, too, is Pampa's home opener? That's one of the greatest football communities in the state. That's going to make things even more difficult for Randall, you think?
I've walked through there. Everybody's cooking barbecue. It's crazy. You're walking on the field. In fact, one time Plunk was there, and Jacob asked his manager to go get a bratwurst for him or whatever before the game, stuffed it in his pocket and ate it during the game. But that is a great setting, like you said. Wonderful field turf there. So we look for a big night of football.
Canadian. Tough loss to Meade. Now, what people probably don't know is much of anything about Meade. They're a really good team out of Kansas, but with the loss, Canadian goes from number 1, I think, to number 6. More of Meade or more worry for Canadian?
Great point. And people can't even spell Meade. It's M-E-A-D-E. So you know they're messed up. But here's a fact about Meade. They are the Kansas state champions. They combine 1A and 2A together, so it's not a bad loss for Canadian. Chris Ketting's going to have his troops ready, but they go to Perryton, and that both up there in the Panhandle. That is a huge rivalry amongst those players because they know each other so well. So not only are they coming off a loss, they have another huge test. Avoid the turnovers. Canadian had 5 interceptions. You're not going to see that very often, Jacob.
Coach David Flowers looking for his first win in Perryton, and that score in Bushland, the game was very, very close until the very end. So Perryton easily could be 1-1 with a big win over Bushland. That game might be a lot of fun up there. Other thoughts, Lance, just kind of wrapping up the first week of the high school football season. What did you see that you really liked?
Well, let's give a shout out to Boys Ranch real quick, Jacob. Coach Lowe, Coach Lozano up there has done a great job. You know, it's kind of life after Big Laquan. Can they get it done? Their great lineman is down at Baylor, but they've only allowed 13 points in 2 games, coming off a huge win over ranked Bovina 9-6. So I'd like to give a shout out to the Ranchers.
All right, that's going to do it for this week. Don't forget, you can check us out 11 o'clock on Friday nights on News Channel 10-2, then 11:35 on News Channel 10 for the wrap-up, as well as News Channel 10wrapup.com. And you guys are just as busy on Fridays as we are.
You guys do a great job. Obviously, I'm not just schmoozing you since I'm here with you, but I will say that. And we have a nice scoreboard going at Amarillo.com if you want kind of the live quarter-to-quarter stuff before they hit you guys after us. So get your updates right there.
That's the bottom line. If you want high school football, come right there. That's where you're going to get the best
And
coverage.
don't forget our name.
Give us a name. Amarillo.com Facebook page, News Channel 10 Sports Facebook page. Give us a suggestion for what we should call this thing. We're going to be with you each week this season, and we're going to have some great prizes for you if you are selected as the winner. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Lance.
Thank you, Jacob.
Good week 2 to you. Good week 2 to all our players and coaches and teams. We'll see you next week.